Good thing I went there then. Well, you pull out your magic map.
Now the remake really kind of hands you clues about everything.
You feel a strange pulling sensation.
Better than the original of 2.
Except for filling that stupid hole with water.
That
took me so long to figure out the first time.
It's still better than the original 2, where you have to throw a bride, or you're supposed to throw a bride onto
a snake, yes.
And there's like no...
When I see snakes that threatening to attack me, I always throw a bridle at them.
It's like how you always use... Well, we'll get to that later.
Let's save in a new slot.
It's... why don't you guys
play for fun with spells coming up?
Yeah.
Yep, a lot of turning into cats and such. Or maybe chickens.
Yeah, now, do we have any other spells left to do, or is that the only one?
Well, right now...
We should probably do this first.
Yeah. Alright, get the key.
Since if we can turn someone into a... if we can turn someone into a cat, think of the fun of parties.
You unlock the oak cabinet using the brass key. Inside you find the wizard's magic wand. You take it with you, knowing it could mean death if he finds it missing. Alright. Time to head downstairs.
Ha, you laugh in the face of death.
You quickly pull the levers in the correct sequence.
Hey Death, ha ha ha, ha ha.
Fortunately, Death has a good sense of humor.
Yes, I do. No. Head downstairs. Let's not fall off the stairs this time. Now. You turn to the correct page. You replace the missing page. Now, save again. So,
What could possibly go wrong? You're just doing a spell.
So, we're going. Let's get out our mandrake root. You place the dried mandrake root in the mortar. You grind the dried mandrake root into a fine powder. You carefully remove the mandrake root powder from the mortar. You carefully place the mandrake root powder in the bowl.
It's a good thing that that dough comes out so easily.
Now, we want fish oil.
Because if it had stuck out, man, that bow might...
That's toad spittle.
Be put in it.
This must be my fish oil.
Be sure to look at it first.
Yeah, you don't...
Yeah.
Ah, what's that could happen?
A strong fishy smell emanates from the glass jar.
That's fish oil.
Yeah. Now, I've learned from my mistakes, and you pour 2 spoonfuls of fish oil into the bowl. Now.
Cat hair.
Yeah. You place the cat hair in the bowl.
That was a bird move.
Now, stir it with... You carefully stir the contents inside the bowl. Now, you dump the oily dough onto the tabletop. You shape the oily dough into the shape of a cookie. It hardens quickly. With repetition, you prepare to recite the turning another into a cat incantation. Root of mandrake and fish oil with cat hair over which I toil to make a meal worse than the rack from this deceiving little snack. Now, last step. You wave the magic wand over the cookie. You have just created a cookie that, when eaten, will turn the victim into a cat. Forever!
As I said, we should, you know what I always do when I get something?
You mix it into people's food at parties.
Well,
No, don't be silly. I
I'll
just
just serve it as
it
hors d'oeuvres myself.
yeah. Where's that cookie? What
Should have
the?
done that while looking at the spell book.
Oops. Well, that's a new one. You shouldn't try making up your own.
I'm glad you saved.
Yeah, that's the sort of thing that can happen if you're...
Apparently, yeah. The forge conceals the crumbled cookie. It still looks as appetizing as ever.
And you can save again.
Now, we've
even-
got to be careful not to feed this to Manana, since it would be a shame if you were to suddenly turn into a cat.
Note that the porridge with the cookie is safe to have around. Because Manana can't tell the cookie's crumbled into the porridge.
Good thing, too.
He wouldn't be. He wouldn't let you live if you just had the cookie, though.
Of course not.
No, let's
Everyone
see.
knows cookies are magical.
We
Yeah, he kills his slaves if they have cookies.
we haven't made this spell yet, so we'll want our acorns.
What are beacons?
You place the acorns in the
I
mortar.
didn't see that.
You grind the acorns into a fine powder. You carefully skip the acorn powder out of the mortar. You put the acorn powder into the bowl.
It's a good thing that cat cookie stuff and
Now we'll want the nightshade juice.
doesn't stick.
The nightshade juice sloshes
go.
around inside the glass jar. You pour 1 cup of nightshade juice into the bowl.
1 cup? Do you have like 1 cup measure?
You carefully stir the contents of the bowl.
It's that cup.
Nah, you just eyeball it. You're really good at that.
And there's no nightshade juice left.
You light the charcoal brazier.
Banana doesn't keep any extras around, I guess.
You place the bowl onto the charcoal brazier. You wait until the nightshade juice is almost gone. A damp, powdery substance remains behind in the bowl. You remove the bowl from the charcoal brazier. You pour the contents of the bowl onto the table.
You use the bowl and the bowl.
With trepidation, you prepare to recite the causing a deep sleep incantation. Acorn nightshade together mixed, concoction of a deep sleep fixed. From places of much lesser light, you bring to them a long good night.
Now remember,
Yeah. You carefully scoop up the powder from the table. With steady hands, you put the sleeping powder into the empty pouch. You now have a magical powder that will put anyone in the vicinity to sleep when poured onto the ground in a place where there is both darkness and moisture. The charcoal brazier burns out.
okay, so save. Don't want to repeat what happened last time.
Alright.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Let's try this. Next. We want salt in the mortar. You measure 1 spoonful of salt and pour it into the mortar. You grind the salt with the pestle. Now, you place a sprig of mistletoe into the mortar. You grind the mistletoe with the pestle. No. Now, this stone looks like it could. You rub the stone in the mixture. Now, we want to. You gently kiss the stone.
With your hand, of course, since...
With trepidation, you prepare to recite the teleportation at random incantation. My kiss so tender, now I give, so that I may have a chance to live. Seeking a place of trouble with on my smooth stone I shall caress.
Sounds like... Gee, that sounds...
The poetry in this thing is atrocious.
You wave the magic wand over the stone. Another spell down.
Of course, afterwards he's gonna assist. They were just plans.
So, somewhere in here, yes, becoming invisible. So, you want to cut open this cactus. You cut the cactus in half with a knife. Whoa!
You squeeze the cactus juice on the spoon. If you read the directions, of course.
Yeah, it's a little hard to. Yeah, I did. Don't worry, Crystal one. It's really inconvenient how they have you. Sometimes you use a spoon and sometimes you cut the cactus in half with a knife.
I remember squeezing the cactus juice on the spoon because in the original game there was a...
You squeeze the cactus juice onto the spoon.
Minor inconsistency between the... I believe it was the King's Quest Companion had the...
Yeah, the cactus juice to the bowl.
Booklet we had the incorrect recipe so that if you followed it, you died.
No.
Oh yeah. Hours of frustration.
There's nothing very interesting about this jar of whitish thick lard.
Nothing interesting at all.
You add the jar of uninteresting lard to the bowl. You keep the empty jar for later use. No.
Wow. Awful lot of blood for a better...
You add 2 drops of toad spittle to the bowl.
Wow,
You
it
only
dramatically
had
changed the color.
2 drops of toad spittle.
Of course, because...
It's hard to collect. You get very small portions.
You carefully stir the contents of the bowl. With trepidation, you prepare to recite the becoming invisible juice of cactus and toad spittle upon myself, but just a little. When flame and moisture both present, I shall become most transparent. You wave the magic wand over the bowl.
No, you just add it to the...
No.
Sure, I'm running out of time.
Okay, so... Put it in.
You carefully pour the invisibility ointment into the empty lard jar.
Time to get out of here.
Yeah.
You I might save when you get to top of the stairs.
Make a rush past the cat.